Is it worth hiring a web designer? You may have a great product or service, but if your website doesn't reflect that, you're not going to get very far. In today's digital age, your website is often the first point of contact between you and your potential customers. That means that first impressions are everything, and if your website looks like it was made in the early 2000s, chances are people are going to click away before they even give you a chance. So, is it worth hiring a web designer to create a site that reflects the quality of your business? We think so. Here's why. How do you hire a web designer? When you are looking to hire a web designer, there are a few things that you will want to keep in mind. First, you will want to make sure that you find a web designer who is experienced and has a good portfolio. You can check out their portfolio by going to their website or looking at their social media accounts. Secondly, you will want to make sure that you communicate your vision for your website clearly to the web designer. This way, they can understand what it is that you are looking for and create a website that meets your needs. Lastly, you will want to make sure that you set a budget for the project and stick to it. This way, you can avoid any unexpected costs down the line. Web designer versus web developer. When it comes to creating a website, you have two main options. You can either hire a web designer or a web developer. Both roles are important in the creation of a successful website, but they are quite different. A web designer is responsible for the visual aspects of the website. This includes things like the layout, color scheme, and overall look and feel of the site. A web designer works with graphics and images to create a visually appealing site that is easy to navigate. A web developer, on the other hand, is responsible for the functionality of the website. This includes things like ensuring that forms are working properly, developing custom scripts, and setting up e-commerce solutions. A web developer also typically has a better understanding of coding languages than a web designer. So, which one should you hire? It really depends on your needs. If you want a website that looks amazing and is easy to use, then you should hire a web designer. If you need a complex website with custom functionality, then you should hire a web developer. How much does hiring a web designer cost? It depends on a few factors, including the designer's experience, the scope of work, and whether you need a custom website or not. Generally speaking, you can expect to pay anywhere from $1,000 to $5,000 for a basic website. If you need a custom website, the cost will be higher. 5 reasons why you should hire a web designer. There are many reasons why you should hire a web designer. Here are 5 of the most important ones. 1. A web designer can help you create a professional-looking website. 2. A web designer can help you save time by taking care of all the technical details for you. 3. A web designer can help you create a website that is easy to use and navigate. 4. A web designer can help you make sure your website is search engine friendly. 5. A web designer can provide you with valuable feedback and suggestions to improve your website. Where to hire a web designer? When it comes to hiring a web designer, there are a few different places you can look. You can either hire someone freelance or go through an agency. If you decide to hire someone freelance, you can use a platform like Upwork or Fiverr. On these platforms, you can post your project and receive bids from designers all over the world. Once you find someone you like, you can start working with them directly. If you want to go through an agency, there are a few things to keep in mind. First, agencies tend to be more expensive than hiring someone freelance. Second, make sure to do your research and find an agency that specializes in designing websites for businesses in your industry. That way, you can be sure they understand your specific needs. If you have questions or need help, contact us at GBN Web Development.